Hello everybody, it's Andy again. It's a bank holiday weekend this weekend in England. It's Friday. It's about 3:30, 4:45 in the afternoon. Sunny and warm here, about 21 degrees. But if you know anything about bank holidays in England, you'll appreciate that it rains, and I think Sunday and Monday are likely to be a bit wet. Hopefully it'll be dry tomorrow, but a bit windy. And maybe that's the flavour of things at the moment. Certainly CO2 levels in the atmosphere in parts per million are rising, as we know. And I think the current levels are about 380 parts per million, which in itself is well above where it was pre the Industrial Revolution, when it was down to about 280 parts per million. I think the program of events at the various protocols that we see throughout the world that take place is that the rise is expected to continue over the next couple of decades, probably reaching about 425 to 450 parts per million. And the big worry about that is that is there a point at which there's no return? I think it's hoped that after being about 450 parts per million, it will fall back by measures that we human beings can adopt, but who knows? Studies have shown, looking back 50 million years, that about 425 parts per million carbon dioxide in the air is about the point at which ice caps appear at Antarctica and the Arctic, and if we're going to have levels above that in CO2, a massive thaw in these areas could raise water levels, sea levels, by possibly 60 metres. But sounds like scaremongering, but it's round the corner if we're not careful. The other thing, of course, is the impact in your local area. And looking at England, we could expect temperatures by the end of the century to be possibly 3 to 7 degrees C higher than they are now, which makes it rather a hot time in the city. There are ways to protect oneself from these, and one of the aspects of a city is its leaf cover from trees. Unfortunately, in the capital, London, we have lost in the last year or two about 9,000 trees due to various reasons, but nevertheless the trees are going. The new mayor of London has indicated that he would like to see 10,000 street trees put in across the capital, which is a welcome. I work for a utility company, and most of our kit is underground in the streets of London, of course. So putting trees in is a bit problematical, but not impossible. And I think there's a general consensus that by working together and siting the trees in the locations where they're, guaranteed some longevity in lifespan, we can come up with a program to accommodate large numbers of trees. And that 10% increase in tree leaf cover would do a lot to neutralise the temperature increases at ground level. And I think that's the way forward, probably, for that particular topic. There are other areas in the country of the UK. I mean, the expansion of airports, Stansted for instance, there's at least 4 ancient forests around that area and woodlands that go back 300 or 400 years, and they're all likely to disappear, either directly by the build or the pollution. So there's a lot to be done, still. one good thing you could do if you've got a free this weekend or any other time is visit Kew Gardens now. They have just opened a walk which you can walk through the treetops, so instead of arching your neck and looking up, you can be up there in and around the top of the branches, having a good look at what goes on above your head, unnoticed generally. Okay, have a nice bank holiday in England, which is I'm hoping to. I usually go to Speaker's Corner on a Sunday. They're forecasting heavy rain, which is a shame because the bank holiday weekends can be entertaining with speakers coming in, but it looks as though the weather may be the winner, as it will be at the end of time if we're not careful with what we do with our CO2. Alright, nice to talk to you. Bye bye.